Hey everybody, welcome back to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel. In today's really fun video, we're going to make some oatmeal cookies, and this time we're going to be using some nice raisins. So let's go through the ingredients. 3 cups of oats, 300 grams. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 150 grams, and all-purpose flour is also called plain flour. 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar, 100 grams. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 100 grams. 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 140 grams. And in this recipe here, I am using a dark brown sugar. 1/4 cup of melted butter, 57 grams. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 5 grams. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3 grams. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 3 grams. 1 large egg. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 grams. And our last ingredient, 1/2 cup of raisins, 85 grams. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. To make this super quick, I've got my all-purpose flour. I'll add my salt, my baking soda, and my cinnamon. And then we're just going to mix all of that together. On to the next step. Into a large bowl, I'm going to add my vegetable oil, and you can use any type of oil that you like. If you want to use canola, you can use that as well. We'll get that in there. And then our melted butter. Now my butter is salted, but I'm still adding a tiny bit of salt. You don't have to, so that little bit of salt, the extra salt that I'll be adding in later, that we mixed in with our dry ingredients, you don't have to use that. Oh, this is going to be so good. Because all of our fats are liquid, we don't need a hand mixer. And then we'll add in our white granulated sugar and our brown sugar. Give that a little bit of a stir. And if you see any clumps, just use the back of whatever you're using to mix and just kind of push it down so that you can break everything up. You can see how well that all comes together. Now if you do want to use 100% butter, you can do that as well. I'm just going to do that, that's good. And then we'll add in our pure vanilla extract and our egg. Make sure I get all of that out. That's good. And then we're going to stir this in. So far, very easy recipe. Once that's well mixed, on to the next step. And then we'll just get all of our flour mixture in there. Now if I was making a cake, I would sift this, but since we're making cookies, there really isn't much of a need. You can sift it if you wish. And then just stir all of this in and try not to make a mess. Nice and slow. This is giving me sensory overload. It smells a lot like gingerbread. It smells amazing. Oh, this is really nice. Okay, I've been mixing maybe a minute, and you can see how nicely all of that came together. Look at this. Oh, it looks like a super thick caramel. That is nice. Okay, next step. And then we're just going to pour in all of our oats. So that's 300 grams of oats, or 3 cups. And then all of our raisins. Now I went light on the raisins. You can do a full cup if you wish. And then I'm just going to slowly mix all of this in. And that's it for the recipe. And I do have my oven preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So just mix until all of this is combined. Okay, so I'd say my total mixing time here was over 2 minutes. This is a very oaty oatmeal cookie, and you can see how many oats are in there. So it's a little bit of work. You've got to really make sure that you've mixed everything around well so everything is coated. So just take your time doing that, and that's it for the recipe. So my oven is preset, preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 190 degrees Celsius. So that's it right here, and now we're just ready to get these onto a cookie tray. So we'll do that next. So I'm just going to grab my cookie scoop, get a nice scoop, push it against the bowl. I'm going to check it, that looks good, and I'll put it, just want to make sure this is nice and firm, and then I'm going to check it here. 48 grams, so there we go, 48 grams. We'll get that on there, because I know somebody's going to ask. Put that on there. There we go. Okay. Got a bit of water here. I'm just going to push these down. These will not spread very much on their own. So you want to make the size of cookie that you want. So I think that looks pretty good just like that. Just going to shape them. Because those oats are, you know, so much of the recipe, they're taking up a lot of the volume here. They're not going to melt or anything like that in the oven. So you really do want to get the shape, the size that you want, and they're basically going to bake like that. So I'll just continue doing this and I'll be back. And you can see the water just helps immensely with it not sticking to the fork. So there's my first tray, that looks good. So I'm going to go pop these into the oven. I'm going to bake everything off and then I'll come back. Hey everybody, so I have just now baked 2 batches and I'm letting those cool, but I just thought I would just do something for a little bit of a test. This came to my head because I was using oats in here that are the slightly larger oats. I was having a little bit of a problem, as you could see, forming them. And I thought, how would I be able to do that in a really efficient manner and have a really nice circle? And then I thought about using a little cake ring, or rather a pastry ring, which is right here. You see these little rings? You can get these on Amazon. They used to be super expensive. They were only available in France, and now all kinds of vendors sell these, and they're really inexpensive. Those are for little tarts. You can make really nice tart shells with those. So, and this is just another model. It just doesn't have the little circles for the air around the sides. But check this out. So I just scooped in a bunch, went like this, and watch this. Look at that. Perfect. Now I either could bake it like that or like that. I'm going to try it like that. But look at that. Nice large ones. So let's just take another little bit of stuff here. So I'll do it live. Oh, this is awesome. I'm just going to get it in here. And I didn't want layers of compacting, so I wanted to get as much as I thought would fit and then push it down. So let's say like that. So I did not measure the weight. And then I just went around, oh yeah, grab my water. My hand camera here with the water. Water's right over here. Dip my fork. Look at that. When you put your fork in the water, no sticking. Look at this. Yeah, so that one didn't go completely to the top either, but I am liking this. And I have a bunch of different sizes of those little tart rings. Just like that. And I did originally call it a cake ring because they also come in a different format for a cake. So here's a much larger one, and this here is for a cake. And what you do is you line this with a piece of plastic liner, and then this is filled with a layer of cake and then chocolate mousse, another cake, layer of cake, chocolate mousse, and that's how they do it. That's how the little magic happens. So when you see these in the bakery window and they're perfect, this is how they make them. So let's continue on here. I thought I would get this on film because otherwise, just trying to explain it just doesn't do this justice. And there we go. You can see how much easier this is to work with these oats. So look at this. I can even move it around on my area. Really nice. And then just lift it off. Look at that. Perfect. So I guess I'm going to do one more, and then they'll go in the oven. Okay. Just finishing up this one. This one was a little low, and I had just a little bit left in my bowl, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I just put it in there. And then I started thinking about, oh, the yummy butter. And that reminded me of one of the parents who watches my videos, and his daughter loves watching my videos when I'm making something with butter. So, and she's only 4 years old, but she loves it when I use butter. So once again, hi Alice, I hope you watched. So there we go. So now let's just lift this off. Perfect. So into the oven. These here, I'm probably going to bake them same as the other cookies, which was 10 minutes at that 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. So off to the oven. I'll come back when everything's done and I'll show you everything. Hey everybody, I am back. All the cookies are done. And the first thing I want to say is that I was eating some of the crumbs that had fallen off onto the baking tray when they came out of the oven, and they are amazing. It just, oh, amazing flavor. That dark brown sugar and the granulated sugar added in with the oats. The oats were nice and toasty. You know, all the little pieces that had fallen off reminded me of a really high quality granola bar. Just amazing. You have to try those. Don't let those go to waste. Anyway, so all of the cookies, I baked them for 10 minutes at that 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. So I'll just flip it over just to show you what they look like on the bottom. They look nice. So I'm not sure how many we got here. There's 2, 4, there's 6, 8, 10, there's 12, there's 14, and then, you know, there would have been quite a few more. So I don't know how many were in each one of these, but very nice. Look at this. So these here, not the best looking. They look very industrial. So I guess maybe we could have done the little tart mold ring, and then after taking them off, you could have just maybe just pushed them in with the fingers just to make them look a little bit more natural looking. But if you're just taking one cookie, you know, to work or your work desk, that's a nice size. So there we go. Nice. Well, let's just break into one of these. Which one? I don't know. Take a little more one that's a little bit more brown just to see what they look like. Check this out. See, they're still, these are cold now. And look, they are still chewy in the inside. Look, you can break it apart. It's the only way to tell if the cookie is going to snap or if it's going to be, you know, on the chewy side. Is they have to be completely cool. But there you go. Let me take a little bite. Mmm. Oh, that is good. That is so good. Gotta finish chewing. So if you really want lots and lots of oatmeal flavor. You got to put in a lot more oats like I did in this recipe. So that's it. I hope you try these out. If you find that your batter is a little bit on the dry side, you can add just a little bit of butter, about a tablespoon, maybe 15 grams extra butter to mix that in. It really depends on the oats and what brand that you're using. But that's it for this really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. You got to try these out. They are over the top amazing. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you're on Facebook, you can check me out as well there. Facebook.com/BakeLikeAPro. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate it. That's it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, that is really, really good. Wow. And please subscribe to my Bake Like a Pro YouTube channel and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. On the screen now, you can choose a video to watch, or you can also click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you once again for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it.